My name is Wayne Kingery. I'm with the CISCO Company, and I'm going to share some information on the bird food market. Right now, bird food market is probably very appropriate to the time of year and Halloween because it's kind of frightful. We've seen prices increase fairly dramatically in the last 60 days. Probably the worst of all of it is probably the oil sunflowers. Oil sunflowers today compared to a year ago are up about 35%. And a lot of that has to do with the soybean market. Oil sunflower normally follows soybeans fairly closely. And obviously soybeans have gone up drastically in the last couple months. The prognosis looking long term is probably not real positive. Right now, we were hoping that prices would come down as we got into harvest, but harvest is now about half completed on new crop sunflowers, and they're still holding their own, moving up and down daily, but really always end up back at square one. The other situation we're looking at is they're already bidding new crop sunflowers for next fall at about $4 higher than where it started this season. So it looks like we may be in for a long-term situation on the pricing we're looking at. But that can always change based on a number of factors in the world today, not just the domestic market. The oil sunflower crop in the U.S. Is a good crop. Acreage was only down a couple percent. Yields are good. Oil content is good, but there's enough outside factors and the factor of soybean that is keeping it high. Some foreign issues. Russia's crop is down about 15%. That certainly had an effect. Argentina is another major sunflower grower, but those are just being planted probably as we speak. They'll be harvested during the winter. And we don't really have any prognosis on that crop yet. So probably not a good situation on sunflower seeds, but it is what it is at this point. Some of the other ingredients, white millet. White millet is pretty much in the bin this year, the new crop. And pricing is pretty comparable to last year. In the last couple of weeks it has gone up, and it's only gone up because everything else has gone up. There was a good crop, good supply, but it's really being picked up by the prices of the other grains. Corn has gone up drastically in the last couple months. The biggest jump was probably in September when USDA adjusted their projections of the corn crop. It went up dramatically. A lot of demand, especially from the ethanol industry, and that looks like that will remain up high for a while anyhow. Milo, which is another major bird food ingredient, pretty much mirrors what happens with the corn crop, and so it's up probably about 30% also. Niger seed's been fairly calm market for quite a while. In the last couple weeks it's gone up about 15-18%, and most of that has come from the fact that the Ethiopian supply is dwindling. They're about out, and the market will have to switch to Indian market, which is predominantly higher priced, and just because of the fact that it's going to be maybe a little scarce is also putting pressure on pricing. So even though we're talking about some pretty high increases on all these commodities, bird food mixes here have gone up maybe an average of 8 or 9% so far, and mainly that's because of positions that we've taken in the market. So despite those kind of increases on ingredients, we have not had to pass along those type of increases in our mixes at this point. Niger seed, like I say, after the first of the year is going to be higher. That probably will only last until new crop is in. That's harvested in February and normally hits the U.S. soil in late April and May, and hopefully we'll see that market come back down. But at this point, that's what we're looking at. How all this affects our bird feed sales is hard to say at this point. I've seen this in the past, and Most of the time, people continue to buy bird feed. They might buy a 25-pound bag instead of a 50-pound bag of Oilers, and they may buy a level down on the bird feed mixes that they buy, and may not buy the premium. They may buy one with cracked corn, but normally they continue to buy. And so we'll just have to wait and see and hope for the best. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next time.